DESIblitz.com.
Hi, I'm Raj Kular. I'm an elite go-karter and I'm also a competitor of Formula Woman 2021, and you're watching me on DESIblitz.
When and how did you get into motorsports?
Yeah, I first got into motorsports last year, so fairly recently and fairly late actually. I was only 29 at the time. It was just prior to lockdown, and I just decided to give karting a go with my partner. And ever since then I've been hooked. So I've been doing lots of open races, I've been doing all sorts of championships as well, and it's been my passion ever since.
How supportive has your family been to you racing?
Yeah, extremely supportive. I mean, they're really proud of me. I've always been very sporty. I think probably going back to my childhood, they may have been slightly less if I had said that was my career choice, but I think that's only because, naturally, it's a big worry for parents, right, in terms of success within the sporting world. But no, they're absolutely very supportive.
Can you recall your first ever race and what was the outcome?
Yes, I can. It was mid-February 2020. I was at Daytona Sandown Park, which is in Surrey, and we did an open race in the wet. So it was very challenging. I think I qualified 7th out of 20 or so drivers. The race was a little bit less successful. I spun out quite a few times, but it was still nonetheless a great experience, and happy to say since then I've had plenty of podium wins.
What does it mean to you being a Formula One competitor and an elite go-karter?
Yeah, it's really, just amazing opportunity for me. Again, so late, technically in my age, to have this opportunity presented is really special. There's hundreds of women competing for this opportunity to get into GT4 car next year with McLaren. So I'm just going to give it my all, really. I've got 2 months or so until my assessment. So between now and then, it's just, practice driving, try and get my fitness levels up, eat well, look after myself and give it my all.
And what are the different challenges between the two disciplines?
Yeah, I think karting is a bread and butter of driving. Kids start out from a very young age in a kart. So I think that gives you the racecraft and basics of a good racing driver. Obviously, in a super GT4 car, it's completely different. I think, like I said, you have to have a really good lifestyle. You have to look after yourself. You have to think about the physics of the vehicle. And obviously, you've got the pressure as well of performing for a team, right, professionally as well.
What has been your most memorable race when finishing first on the podium, and why? Yeah,
so in 2021, I did a race at Daytona Tamworth. It was fairly memorable because it was my only second visit at the track itself, and it was just a really comfortable win for me. I qualified first, I finished first, which I didn't expect given the fact that I had little to no experience at the track itself. And I think it was an amazing opportunity for me, and it was good to have that performance against other drivers.
Tell us 3 Desi things about you.
Sure. I like to cook. I like to cook Indian food, chicken curry, so butter chicken. I think methi chicken. I'm a fan of Dipner, who I know released a cookbook last year as well, which I got during lockdown. So that's one thing. Another random fact, I guess, alongside driving and karting, I'm a fan of badminton, which you could say is fairly Desi. I think Indians have a good background in badminton as a sport. And then finally, just a little bit about myself. My family are from the Punjab in India, so obviously I've been there, visited there, very proud of my heritage.
Finally, what are your ambitions in the fast lane?
Yeah, I think it's just about the competition, really. Formula Woman, where will it take me? And take it from there. I think it would be naive to think anywhere beyond the competition itself. So I'm going to see how the assessment goes and take it from there.
And Raj, just quickly, tell us a little about your background, family, childhood and education.
Yeah, sure. Born and bred in Birmingham, UK, 3rd generation. British Asian, so my maternal and paternal grandparents emigrated here from the Punjab in India. Middle child, and my dad, he owns a wholesale ice cream business. My mom's a nurse. Had a very good upbringing, went to private school, university, kind of what you would expect, I think, from a lot of Asians. So it was an enjoyable upbringing, and I always had sport as a hobby in the background, and it's great to finally have the opportunity to pursue it a little bit more professionally.